Chapter 7. Habitats of Animals. We will learn habitats of terrestrial animals, habitats of aquatic animals, a spider's web, birds' nests and eggs, birds' migration. A habitat is an environment or a place where an animal, plant, or person lives and survive. Plants, animals, and human beings choose habitats for many reasons depending upon their particular needs. Knowledge window. Animals that live in forests are called wild animals, while which live in our houses are called domestic animals. Depending upon the habitat, there are two major categories of animals: terrestrial animals, aquatic animals. Habitats of terrestrial animals. Terrestrial animals are also called land animals. They either live in forests or in our homes. The animals that live in forests live in natural shelters. Animals that live in forests like lions, tigers, foxes, jackals, and bears live in caves. Elephants, giraffes, deer, etc. live under trees. We make different types of shelters for the animals that live in our homes, like sheds for cows and buffaloes, sties for pigs, kennels for dogs, and stables for horses. Animals that live on trees like birds, squirrels, monkeys, etc. are called arboreal animals. They make their homes on trees. Birds make nests to lay eggs and to take care of their young ones. Squirrels use dry grass, leaves, twigs, cotton, thread, wool, feathers, and straw to make their home. Monkeys and baboons also live on trees and swing from one branch to another. Some animals live underground, like rabbits make burrows, rats and moles dig holes in the ground. Snakes also live in holes dug by other animals. Termites and ants live in anthills. These are made of hard mud. Inside the anthill, there are special rooms to store food. Deserts are hot and dry lands. Camels live in deserts. Desert animals drink little water. They can live without water for many days. Some other desert animals are rattlesnake, lizard, jackrabbit, etc. Habitats of aquatic animals. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. They are also called water animals. Fish, whales, dolphins, octopuses, sea lions, seals, and walruses are some animals that live in the sea. Some fish make their homes in the corals or among the underwater rocks. Starfish live on the sea rocks. Octopuses live amongst the rocks at the bottom of the sea. Walruses spend their entire life in the cold sea water of the polar regions. They come out of the water to only give birth. A spider's web. A spider spins a web with a type of silk which is formed in its body. The silk comes out as liquid. It becomes solid when it comes in contact with air. The web has blobs of glue to trap insects. A spider can easily get caught in its own web, so it simply avoids the sticky blobs. The silk thread spun by the spider is very strong. Scientists are trying to produce a similar type of thread artificially. Birds' nests and eggs. Most of the birds make nests to lay eggs. The birds design their nests keeping in view the dangers that are likely to befall the eggs or their young ones. The birds have to protect their eggs and young ones from many animals such as lizards, snake, rat, squirrel, monkey, and of course, man. Some of the other birds also pose a danger to the eggs of other birds, as crow. The birds abandon their nests when the young ones can look after themselves on their own. Knowledge window. The nest of weaver bird have a bend inside. Therefore, the eggs do not fall down. In order of their perception, the birds make different types of nests. Some nests are cup-shaped, open from the top, such as those of dove, stork, or crow. Some nests are covered from the top with a domed roof with a small opening on a side, such as those of sparrow. Some birds make their nests by cutting a tunnel in the river banks, such as those of kingfisher. Some birds dig their nests in the trees or hollow of trees, such as hornbill, woodpecker, and owl. Some birds lay eggs in the open, such as tern, plover, etc. Different materials that the birds use to make their nests include hair, fiber, wool, paper, fluffy feathers, sticks, day grass, etc. Generally, the birds lay eggs once in a year. Usually, it is the mother who sits on the eggs to hatch them. The father also helps the mother in its task. After the eggs hatched, some birds are self-dependent soon after they leave their nests immediately, such as duck, hen, etc. On the other hand, some nestlings take quite some time before they can leave the nest, such as sparrow, lark, and thrush. Birds' migration. Birds' migration is the regular seasonal journey undertaken by many species of birds. Birds' movement made in response to change in food availability, habitat, or weather. Birds are most active from February to April. They choose their nesting place with a great care, safe from enemies and bad weather. Approximately 1,800 of world's 10,000 bird species are long-distance migrants. Knowledge window. Cuckoo lays its eggs in crow's nest to take care of its young ones. That's why it is called a lazy bird. Quick review. A habitat is an environment or a place where an animal, plant, or person lives and survives. Depending upon the habitat, there are two major categories of animals: terrestrial animals and aquatic animals. Animals that live on trees like birds, squirrels, etc. make their homes on trees. Some animals live underground like rabbits make burrows, rats and moles dig holes in the ground. Walruses spend their entire life in the cold sea water of the polar regions. A spider spins a web with a type of silk which is formed in its body. Different materials that the birds use to make their nests are fiber, wool, paper, dry grass, fluffy feathers, and sticks. The act of moving from one place to another in search of food and survival is called migration.